Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I am your Planetary Defense Commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7, and I've received another $25 donation. Thank you for that. So it looks like there is hope, and because of the 4th of July, I get an extra day before rent has to be paid. So I'm going to keep plugging away and pray for miracles, because God knows I deserve it. Okay, so like a year ago, I declared that we would be getting a major hurricane in the middle of October off of the Eris alignment. Since then, from the March major storm that devastated the middle of the country, Nebraska, and started our crop devastation, I realized that the time between the March storm and then the Eris 6-month storm that followed after it was pretty much the exact same time of the hurricane time chart thingies. I'm not putting it up. Meaning that like September 13th when Irma hit to when Nate hit in October, when Florence hit on the 18th to Michael hitting on the 16th, that was pretty much the same distance between the storms we had in March and then April. And so I was like, oh wow, okay, there's another major piece of the puzzle. So that was cool. And so I've been looking into it because that's what I do for you guys, because pretty much this is like all I ever do. And I am looking into something, and we should all be citizen scientists. And I think maybe Neptune plays a huge factor. And that right now we're looking at Hurricane Barbara remains at a high-end Category 4 strength. It's just 2 miles short of a Category 5. And this is a giant omen, man. I think this thing spun up in less than 24 hours to a Cat 4, and it looks like it may get a Cat 5. It is a major threat to Hawaii. They're projecting it would just be a weak tropical storm. I would keep my eye on that, but either way, it will bring a lot of rain and heavy winds. As you can see, it looks like a direct hit on Hawaii, which used to be an anomalous thing that rarely happened, and now it seems like it's going to be happening yearly. And so, and I'll remind people, it's like I've had the comments off because I've just been under attack, especially since I put out my prediction of the hurricanes that are coming. I'll remind people that when Hurricane Florence came, I believe it hit on the 18th. This is me telling everyone, about a week ahead of everyone on the planet, that Hurricane Florence is a potential major threat to the East Coast. And people saying, no, it's not. So I had 30 people who left shitty comments, down thumbs. And none of them came back to say, hey, I'm sorry for doubting you. I'm sorry for calling you an asshole and an idiot and someone out for views. So it's one of the reasons why I have the comments off. I just don't, with everything that's going on, I don't need the doubters, because they don't ever come back to say, hey man, you were right, I was wrong, sorry. You know, kind of like Iraq. So, how I predict, one of the things that we're looking at here is one of the connections that I'm finding, and YouTube is buyer beware, and you never expect YouTube to always give you super high quality. Although Thor News, I'm pretty good at that. But what I'm saying is I've noticed that like Neptune, September 5th, the opposition, when Neptune is aligned, September 5th, September 7th, Neptune in the 10th. So it's 2017, 2018, 2019. And so you had about a weekish later, that was when, let's see, Neptune, so it's like Irma formed on the 30th, leading up to the opposition. About a week later, you get Irma. And then Florence formed on the 31st. And then about 2 weeks later, with the opposition, with the Neptune opposition on the 7th. And then like a little bit, 10 days after that, you got Florence making landfall. And then that's why I'm guessing that the hurricane that we should see that I predicted is going to be a threat to the northeast should form around the 2nd or 3rd of September. Okay? And what I have done, if I am correct, we will know right around August 15th. Okay? If the models start to show a hurricane developing off the African coast, the models will let us know around the 15th. And the hurricane will probably hit anywhere on the 18th to the 20th. And so I will have given the Northeast coast a full month warning to where the models will kind of confirm it. It might be the same Florence case where they'll say, oh, don't worry, it's not going to hit America. But we will know that if the models start to show it pretty much on the date that I've said, that you'd better start to make plans and preparations, because A, science is not correct when they say that the only things that really form hurricanes is the ocean heat. It means that planetary alignments and pressure make a big difference and affect our atmosphere. So we're looking at September 10th here, which is the date of this year's Neptune opposition. And the two main factors I'm looking at is Neptune, which is like the god of the oceans, ironically. And then Eris, which is what started it all. And Eris is the planet that got Pluto demoted, that they said was some giant planet. And they're like, no, it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. It's just a dwarf planet. All right. And then everybody forgot about it and started arguing about Pluto. So those are the main two factors that have led me to all of this. Are you following me? Capiche? Okay. But so I think because this is, I think one of the main factors is that, so when you have all the gas giants, including Jupiter and Saturn on the same side, I mean, there's just not a lot of balance. And so it's like, as we're moving out of this zone, it seems to magnify the pressure that the Eris or Neptune might be having on our planet. And every planet has a magnetic field, and it's all interconnected in ways we don't fully understand yet. And so the Eris alignments seem to line up. The Neptune alignments seem to be within range of formation, and you have to remember it's kind of spinning around. Like, I'll show you, meaning that as the Earth spins around, let's get the other way actually. So it's like, if it's a static pressure, and I still don't fully understand why it would stay in one place on the planet, but you can kind of see that it's the coming and the going, where the pressure affects, and there's Eris. So like Neptune and Eris are kind of on the same side. And so I know that right at this moment, I'm not communicating it as effectively as I should. Man, it's been a month. I tell you what. Just under attack. Whoever thought the truth would be so dangerous. But what do I do with it? Crap. Lost my shit. Crud. Okay, there she is. Come back. Dang touchscreen. And so this is, and people were having a lot of saying that, hey, dude, it doesn't show anything. And so what I'm trying to show you, like on here, is this is Hurricane Irma. And we can see it came off of, and this would be the September one. So it came off of here, and I don't fully know the track, but I've just estimated that it will follow on this. And if there was one that had a chance to curve out to sea, it would be the September hurricane. But if it doesn't curve out to sea, I mean, if we get lucky, then see how this one curves down and then this one curves up. If we got lucky, it would just curve up and out. But seeing how these two maintained some type of forward motion, and I checked through all the, I screwed them up. I checked through all the dates with the alignment to Neptune, and it looks like it will pretty much continue on some type of path that it has taken before. Okay? And so That is why I've said, I mean, everything I've looked at shows that we have a good reason to believe I may have hit the button on the bullseye. And I'm doing this to save lives and trying to help. As I've been doing for the whole 6.7 years here. Let's move on to our next one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
so
in 2017, before hurricane season,
wait, what?
I warned that we would get hit by
Why am I talking?
hurricanes.
No, dude, now it's not time to be talking.
Before hurricane season 2018,
what is going on?
We would get hit by 2 or more hurricanes.
I'm great. I'm interrupting myself. Hold on a second. All right, then. For our October hurricane, we had Nate in 2017 form in the Gulf of Mexico and then come up and go through Biloxi, Mississippi. And then in 2018, we had Michael form in the Gulf around the same date, a year later, of course, and then go up into Mexico Beach. And so this one I'm really confident in. And so I'm thinking we're going to see this one in October form in the Gulf, and you'll still get about a month warning, maybe 3 weeks, and then it will probably hit this area. And if you look close, you can see that this is a process. These planets have been going around for a long time, man. So this is a process that has happened over and over again. And so if I've figured it out, which is a pretty monumental thing, then you can see where the hurricanes have hit the coast again and again and again and again. And so this is just an update. I'm tying in a Neptune thing. If other people out there want to do some citizen science and help me figure it out, if you are up on the northeast coast, and if you are in this area, you don't have flood insurance, it takes 30 days for flood insurance to kick in. And so, heck, you would have to get the flood insurance by the middle of August, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then you can cancel it the month after. I'm just trying to help people out here. But as I pointed out, that 2017, September 13th, Hurricane Irma made landfall in Florida. 2018, September 18th, Hurricane Florence made landfall in North Carolina. October 11th, and so Hurricane Nate made landfall in Biloxi. 2017, Hurricane Michael made landfall at Mexico Beach. And then we've got our doohickey here. So the middle of October. I literally made this prediction a year from the date that Michael hit. And I was the only person on the planet who was like, Michael could be a Cat 5, dude. Cranky Weather Guy got it ahead of time. Cranky Weather Guy got it from like three weeks or a month out, okay? And so that's why, him and I are an unofficial duo. And last year I was the first one to warn y'all about Florence a week ahead of time. Cranky did it 3 weeks at a time. So we're a pretty dang good duo, But I definitely think I'm on something. And I would like to keep it up and running. I'd like to continue to be your planetary defense commander. But the only way I can do that is with y'all's support. Google is pretty much picking and choosing and forcing a lot of people out. My hacking problems have been incredible. Just for the last year, it's like I'm Jack Bauer and trying to get me, man. So if I need your help, I'm a damsel in distress. I got $500 to go. Technically, they're not going to evict me out of here till probably Monday. So, and especially the people out there, I know that there are wealthy people who watch my channel. And I'm keeping an eye out for everybody. So I would appreciate some support if you can afford it. But I know a lot of us are broke. You can try my PayPal. Snail mail is always the safest, although if I don't get it in time, but I'm sure I can still get my mail up to a certain point. Anywho, so this is my... But, I think the best thing I've done is that if my theory is correct, we should have a full month by September. And then, of course, if this hurricane hits in September, then we know for sure October is probably going to be lit, and my prediction was correct. Okay, so I love you guys. I honestly, I appreciate all your help, all your support, your love you've ever given me, even if this is my last 5 or 6 days as your Planetary Defense Commander. All the people out there that have been helping to try have been great. And just right now, it's like 100 people are kicking the shit out of 7 billion people. And it just doesn't seem fair. So I'll keep praying for us. Prayers help too. Anywho, I hope everyone's having a great week. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July and keep on rocking in the free world. God bless everyone. Stay cool and let us live long and prosper.